Hey guys, well, I said I was gonna do a video today, so here it is. So of course, before I start this video, I just want to let everyone know that I have less than 24 hours. Tomorrow morning at 6:15 in the morning, I'll be turning 40 years old. July the 20th, 1977. Whew. But of course, this is not what this video is about. It is a video about my family, my cousin Melanie, and myself, and of course, the wonderful Jehovah's organization. So, a short background check of my family and I. On my mom's side of the family, pretty much 99.9% all my relatives were born and raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. That's including my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my little brother Benjamin. Pretty much that's all we knew growing up as children. So, the start of this story, I'm going to go back into the mid-1990s. Now, at this time, I was still in high school. I think this started back in 1993. Now, my aunt, Nan, and her two children, Melanie and Michael, they were at that time were moving. Yep, my Aunt Nan wanted to leave Phoenix, Arizona. And I don't remember what state they were going to move to, but it was another state, not Arizona. And Michael, of course, was still a minor, and Melanie was over 18, basically a legal adult. And when she found out that her mom was wanting to leave, I think it was like Pennsylvania, somewhere way east, Melanie didn't want to leave Arizona. Well, like all of us, we're all born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. So she didn't want to leave, and she had a really good job. She was working at Kmart. So she then spoke to her Aunt Tina, which that's my mom. And she asked her that if maybe she could live with them for a little while since her parents were leaving. And my mom said, yeah, sure, no problem. And of course, my mom knew that her niece, which is Melanie, that she was very good in what Jehovah's Witnesses like to call in the truth. She went to all the meetings. I remember every single Sunday when we have our Watchtower magazine, she would get a little bookmark, and she would make sure that her lines in the Watchtower, when you study it, would be in perfect line. And so my mom had no problem of Melanie moving in with us. So she moved in with us. I, of course, finished high school, which was in the summer of 1994. And of course, just like all Jehovah's Witnesses who are born and raised in the quote-unquote the truth, we all believed wholeheartedly that Armageddon was coming any day now. And so, of course, the brothers at that time, 1994, telling all of us that don't worry about finishing or graduating high school. Just drop out, get baptized, and be a pioneer, because this Armageddon is coming any day now. Just around the corner. I believe that. So I dropped out of high school. Now, if I recall, it was in 1995. I'm not going to go into reasonings. This guy's no point of this. But for whatever reason, my mom quit her job, and my family wanted to move about 2 hours away to Payson, Arizona. And so we all agreed. Melanie, of course, agreed too. They're all going to move to Payson, which is about 2 hours away from Phoenix. So we all moved up there, which is all in the pine trees. Really cool. Way cooler than Phoenix. Phoenix is like one of the hottest cities in Arizona. It's horrible. So we were there for a while. My cousin Melanie right away started being a pharmacy tech at Walmart. So of course, we fast forward to 1996, which I've already mentioned this. I got baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. The very next year, in 1997. Now, I want to let everyone you know, what I'm about to tell you, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not lying, I'm telling the facts. So, in 1997, a year after I got baptized, my cousin Melanie came home from work one day from her lunch break, and she told my mom that she needed to talk to her privately, and my brother and I had to leave. Long story short, when he came back, Melanie informed us that she was moving out, she met a man, she's getting married, she's becoming a Mormon, and she's disassociating herself as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Basically resigning as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And of course, all you people who don't know, I know all my Jehovah's Witnesses know this, and so do all my ex-Jehovah's Witnesses knows, that if you're disfellowshipped, or if you're disassociated, the moment they make that a public announcement to their congregation, there's no option, there's no choices, there's no nothing. All Jehovah's Witnesses, including your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, your BFF friends, if you're an active Jehovah's Witness and an individual is disfellowshipped or disassociated, you have to 100% shun them. So, when my cousin disassociated herself, of course, her mother, Nan, completely shunned her. Her brother, Michael Pebble, shunned her. So did my mom, which was her Aunt Tina, shunned her. I shunned her even. I was a newly baptized Jehovah's Witness. And so she lost everything. I mean, everything. I remember the moment she disassociated herself, Melanie's BFF friend, Stephanie Triplett, which was Stephanie Penninger, she told her the moment she found out she disassociated herself, she said, you know what? As being BFF friends, best friends forever, you know the policies, you know the rules, Mel. You've been raised in the truth all your life. Our relationships is going to end, and that's it. And so Melanie agreed, and she never spoke to her BFF friend Stephanie again. So her life went on. She lost all communication with all her relatives. And of course, I'm making a note, this is a fact. If a baptized Jehovah's Witness, including her own mother, her brother Michael Pebble, myself, my mom, any Jehovah's Witnesses, don't matter who you are, if the elders found out that you were in communication other than an emergency, like someone died, and you're associating with someone like that, disfellowship or disassociated, you too will be in jeopardy of what they call lose your jeopardy of Jehovah, and that you will probably likely not be in the news system, since you know news is supposed to be here any day now, and likely you'll be disfellowshipped. That's why they shunned them. It's that fear factor. So now we're going to fast forward to year 2008. Our grandmother passed away, Granny. And now, at year 2008, it was already, at that time, already 4 years when I walked away from Jehovah's organization. Now, I'm not going to go into detail why I walked away, but I did. I got tired of the lying. I'm tired. It's just too many failed prophecies. There's so much things. But I wasn't disfellowshipped, and I wasn't disassociated. So I remember days before we were going to have our grandmother's memorial service, what we call the Jehovah's Witness Memorial Service funeral, I kept asking my mom, do you know if Nan or Michael contacted Melanie and letting her know that Granny passed away? And they kept giving me a runaround. I couldn't just ignore that. For some whatever reason, I got Melanie's number and I called her, told her what was going on. The first time I'd spoken to her since she left in 1997. I knew she was a Mormon and her husband. And so, of course, my mom spoke to her too on the phone, long talk. And finally, the day of the memorial service, my cousin Melanie and I and her husband both went to the Jehovah's Witness memorial service. Now, of course, when we got to that memorial, the Jehovah's Witness memorial I remember I wasn't even disfellowshipped even. I was still shunned severely. Even by most of my immediate family, or my relatives, other than my mom and my dad. But of course, the day of the memorial service, they all went to Melanie and I, and oh, we're so sorry about your grandmother. She's a good sister in the congregation, and we really miss you. Come back to Jehovah. Whatever. So the memorial service was over. Went our separate ways. All those Jehovah's Witnesses once again shunned me and shunned Melanie. Now, go fast forward a couple more years later, year 2012, when my Aunt Nan passed away. Yeah, that's my cousin Melanie, who's disassociated as one of Jehovah's. Her mother passed away, who I also used to be very close to. And of course, I didn't want to go to the memorial service, but my mom said, no, you talk too bad about the Jehovah or Jehovah's organization, whatever. And of course, Melanie, as the mother, as the daughter who passed away, I'm just going to ask you, do you think that Melanie went to her mother's Jehovah's Witness memorial service / funeral? The answer to that is no, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why. She didn't want to come back to another memorial service where all these Jehovah's Witnesses who was shunning her all these years, and just for that one moment, they're all going to unshun her and be all lovey-dovey just for that moment, and then back to shunning her again. She's like, I don't want to deal with that emotional abuse. And that is emotional abuse. I know Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe that. And so she didn't even go to it. I know she went to the actual funeral home before they cremated her because they needed the mother or the daughter to verify it. Yes, that's my mother who passed away. So now, I'm actually going to go back briefly to year 2010. And this is going to go back with my little brother, Benjamin. I call him Beaner. He knows this. Now, remind myself, I didn't even disassociate myself until year 2012. So in year 2010, I found out that my brother was getting married, engaged and all. And at that time, I was already gone from the Jehovah's organization for, 6 years? 7 years? And so, surprisingly, I got through the old-fashioned mail an invitation to his Hollywood wedding. I was like, wow. I spoke to my brother before his wedding. I said, so is all our relatives allowed to come to this wedding? Because, if they know that I come, they're probably not going to come. My brother said, you know what, Victor? Yes, all our relatives are invited. Claire, Kathy, Laura, Stephanie, whoever. And if they don't want to go because you're there, I don't care. You're my brother and I love you. So I felt kind of privileged. So I went to the wedding. I took that 6-hour trip to Hollywood, went to the wedding. It was nice, simple. He went, the wedding was over. I went home. He went on his honeymoon, but the day he came back from his honeymoon, my brother never spoken to me again. He completely, 100% shunned me. And he couldn't use that, well, you're disfellowship. He couldn't say, oh, well, you're disassociated. You know what? I was so new to Facebook at that time, so I started Facebook in 2009, so less than a year later, I barely had any Facebook friends, and I didn't even do into YouTube yet. So I was like, wow, he just completely shunned me like that. Of course, even 3 months after he got married, that same year, 2010, Ben and Courtney got pregnant. You think they told me, hey, Vic, Courtney's pregnant, you can be the new uncle soon. Do you think when they had their baby, they notified me? They completely, 100% shunned me. He never confronted me, gave me the reasons why. At least not until a long time later. So I finally got to the point I'm like, I don't care anymore. Because of course, he got pregnant again by a third child. You think he notified me? Nope. You think I was allowed to go to the hospital? Nope. Did he even tell me their name? Nope. Even to this day, and I'm almost 40, I don't even know their names are. My niece and nephew is. I'm just completely 100% shunned. Never met my niece and nephew to this day. Now, here's the twist about my brother. For nearly 5 solid years, from year 2010, when he remarried, until 2015, my brother had nothing to do with me. Suddenly, February 2015, I get a text from my brother. Hey, Vic, what's up? This is your brother Ben. Just seeing how you're doing. You think I was really nice? Hey, Ben, long time no see. Hell to the nose. I said, what? Beaner? You're texting me? After you shunned me all these years? Well, we're just gonna see how you're doing. Oh, and you're gonna shun me all this year? Now you're just gonna casually act like we're best buddies? I gave him crap. Our relationship didn't last. Period. Dot. At that moment. And of course, you know, in year 2012, I disassociated myself. And of course, I'm not going to go into detail with this because I'm about to go back with the whole Melanie situation. But Melanie, until this year, Melanie, all these years, almost 20 years, she had zero relationship with any of her relatives, my family. Till her mom's death, which is my Aunt Nan, she had no communication. The only time Melanie had anything to do with her mother before she died was when our grandmother passed away. Same thing as Michael, who's an elder now in my old congregation, completely shuns her. My mom, I guarantee to this day, I guarantee you this, my mom has nothing to do with Melanie. So now here comes the big twist. Over the last, well, I guess I could say 13 years since I walked away from Jehovah's organization, including disassociating myself, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, my mom and I had a teeter-tottering relationship. We would go from lovey-dovey, like mother, like son relationship. We'll have lunches, we'll go shopping at the mall, we'll go to the bank, she'll drop me at work, like a loving relationship. But then all of a sudden, when she sees something I say on Facebook about Jehovah's organization, which of course, I'll say this again, I didn't post on Facebook, oh, I hate you effing son of a blankety blank religion, die son of a blank blank. I usually would say, oh my God, here comes another failed prophecy, or here comes a new light. My mom didn't like that and she would shun me. You know, after so many years, in 2015, I finally said, okay, I'm done with this. I'm tired of being shunned. Actually, what really bothered me the most is, I know this, my mom had to hide from the Jehovah's Witnesses to know that she has anything to do with me. Because I know this for a fact, that if the Jehovah's Witnesses or the elders found out that she was having lunches with her disassociated gay son, because I'm gay, surprise, surprise, and they found out about that and she was being an active Jehovah's Witness, I guarantee those elders would pull her butt in like that and say, Sister Hallquist, we brought to our attention that someone informed us that you've been having a relationship with your disassociated son, Victor. And she wouldn't deny it. So I got tired of that little games. I want people to, I just couldn't handle it anymore. So I finally just kind of dismissed it and said, okay, I'm done with this. I'm tired of it all. You know, either you accept me or who I am, of being gay or being a Christian, which I don't call myself a Christian, I call myself a follower of Christ. And of course, I'm not going to talk about religion, but I got tired of it all. Now, here's the twist, and hopefully this is going to make sense. Again, my cousin Melanie, she had no one. Over 18, up to 20 years, she had no relationship. To this day, I guarantee Michael, her brother, who's an elder, has zero relationship with her. Just like my mom, I guarantee my mom is deathly afraid to talk about. And don't tell me there's been a new light, because I'm going to do something, a twist. And it's not going to be in this video, it's going to be the next short video. I went to jw.org, because let me tell you this. The new light with Jehovah's organization right now is no longer this reasoning book, that big brown. And they ask you something and they don't know the answer, all they'll tell you is go to jw.org and they'll give all the answers. And I looked that up yesterday, and I looked up if they shun. Well, I'm going to show you what their understanding, if they shun or not. And wow, it very clearly states if you're a unrepentant sinner. You know how stupid that sounds? Unrepentant sinner. That makes it sound like Jehovah's Witnesses are perfect. Do you know the answer? We all sin. No matter if you're a Jehovah's Witness, an elder, a ministerial servant, a governing body members, you're all going to sin. But in the Jehovah's Witness world, it's what you sin. So some sins, it's forgivable. You don't have, nothing happen. Other things, it's unforgivable. And I know you're saying, well, of course, homosexuality and fornication. Yeah, I know that. But you also don't know this either. You could be disfellowshipped if you take a blood transfusion, if you celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Easter, if you celebrate birthdays. You could be a Jehovah's Witness and you actually put a little small piece of Christmas ornament in your house and the Jehovah's Witness elders found out. Disfellowshipped. If you smoke cigarettes, disfellowshipped. Excuse me, where in the Bible does it talk about those? That's my watch. So, my point is this. When it started becoming very well known that I cut all communication with my mom, Tina, and my brother, Benjamin, and my dad, Victor Sr., I said, I'm done with these little games. I guess what I'm about to say is this. I found out earlier this year, 2017, or maybe it might have been the end of 2016. I saw on my cousin Melanie's Facebook, and I see that she's Facebook friends with my brother Benjamin. So I went to my brother's Facebook and I texted him. I said, hey, Ben. And I have the text. I'm going to read that later on. Not in this video, next one. I text him. I still have the text. Hey, Beaner, what's going on? I see you're friends with Melanie. You know that disassociated and Jehovah's Witnesses do not mix. And I asked him, are you gay? What's going on? Are you okay with Courtney? Are you still married? Are you still a Jehovah's Witness? And Ben texts me, yes, Victor, we're still a Jehovah's Witness. And he very clearly states that it's our choice if you want to associate with someone disfellowshipped. Well, he didn't say disfellowshipped, disassociated. Now that, I'm telling you, for 100%, that is a crock of shit. My brother is a liar. And I'm going to prove that to it. So, I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't know the answer. And this is why I'm doing this video. You know what? Again, Melanie, my cousin, had no one. She had no relationship with my brother, not relationship with her Aunt Tina, again with her brother, or Michael, who's an elder, with his Aunt Claire, her Aunt Kathy, her cousin Laura, her Uncle Grandpa Cornwell, nothing. And suddenly, my brother popped up. And he's now suddenly Facebook friends with Melanie. Now here's the twist, another twist. Earlier this year, since you know my cousin Melanie and her husband Paul are divorced, she now lives in upstate New York, not upstate New York, upstate Washington. She has a new boyfriend, fairly new boyfriend, Kyle. And earlier, not long ago, maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I find out from her Facebook that she came to Phoenix. Brought her boyfriend, who's never been to Arizona or to Phoenix. She showed him around. But I found out she didn't come to visit me. She didn't acknowledge me. She didn't text me, hey Vic, I'm coming in to town on this date and time. I hope I can come visit you. I would love you to meet my boyfriend. She did nothing. Zero. Of course, my brother knew about it. So I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Of course, I did nothing to Melanie. So I finally text Melanie and said, what's going on? I see you're coming to, you came to Phoenix You didn't come visit me. You didn't text me. I didn't even know you're coming down here through the grapevine. And the only thing Melanie says, you just can't get over this Jehovah's Witness or this our former religion. And then she dismissed me like that. Nice try, but I'm way ahead of you. There is no way that my cousin Melanie dismissed me because I talk about Jehovah's organization. Okay, let me tell you this. Here's another twist. When I was with my ex, Jeremy, I remember one time we spent the night at Melanie's house and her husband before their divorce. I remember my ex, Jeremy, he was also a Jehovah's Witness and disfellowshipped. I remember that night, they stayed up Christ till like 1 or 2 in the morning. And Melanie and Jeremy were talking back and forth about, oh my God, yeah, you remember back when this happened? Oh yeah, I remember back when this happened. Oh yeah, and this happened. They were back and forth about all the bull crap of Jehovah's Witnesses. But now, a couple years later, now I talk so bad about our former religion. You just can't get over it. Why do you care, Melanie? I know you're not going back as a Jehovah's Witness. Why do you give a damn about me talking about mine and your formal religion? You never mentioned it before. Does it got something to do with your boyfriend, Kyle? Or is it got something to do with Benjamin? Because I'm telling you this right now. I know you all think that we got Victor. Burn, baby, burn. Well, burn, baby, burn. Back to you. Because this is not going to last. I'm telling you this right now. This is not a threat. This is a promise. I'm telling you this right now. Something's going on right now in 2017 in July the 19th. Because I don't see my brother on Facebook anymore. I don't see his wife Courtney on Facebook anymore either. And I've gotten a couple people unknown who don't know who Benjamin is. They can't find him on there either. So it's either Benjamin, you got busted, you got disfellowshipped, and you better not be, because if you're disfellowshipped, you better not be because you commit adultery. And all the other shit, I don't give a damn. I'll just say, whatever, bitch, beaner. But if I do find out that you commit adultery and you're done with my niece and nephew, even though I have nothing to do with them, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Any which way, I'm telling you this right now, I'm done with your little games that you all are playing. And like I say, actually, no, you don't know what I'm gonna do. I know you're thinking, what are you gonna do? I guarantee this, you're gonna go to the elders, you're gonna go to the Watchtower Society, you're gonna go do something. They're not gonna listen to you. Okay. Just remember, you don't know what I have. It's like, and I'm not going to go into long detail, it's like my Uncle Sam Hernandez. You disgusting, sex-offending, child molester, pedophile, incest relative of mine, who right now is a full-time pioneer. I don't care. Any one of you not believing me about Sam as a child molester. I know he is. Hernandez family, you don't believe me? So be it. So, I'm just telling you this right now. Mel, live your life. Enjoy your life in not Seattle, but Washington State. But Mel, what did I really do to you? And what did your cousin Benjamin say to you? Because I guarantee Ben said something. And I'm telling you this right now. I am gonna find out. You think that I'm too stupid, I won't figure it out. Sweetie, I'm way ahead of you. I am gonna find out what's going on with Benjamin. Unfortunately, it's gonna catch up to my mom too, and I like to use that story what my mom threatened me back in the days, back in 2004, and when I started going back to the meetings, and my mom said, Vic, you're doing really well now, you're going back to the meetings, but you need to tell the elder to clear your conscience. Because I know you told me that when you used to work at the airport, that coworker was gay and you went to a couple gay bars with him, and oh yeah, you've been watching a lot of R-rated movies, and you gotta clear your conscience, Vic. So I remember I didn't do it right away. And my mom said, Vic, did you talk to the elders yet? No, not yet. Well, Vic, if you don't do it, I'm going to have to do it. And I guarantee if I do it, then they're definitely going to disfellowship you. So I'm telling you right now, if you think, and I'm not going to try not to talk bad about my mom, but I know her Jehovah's Witness son, and oh, why can't he realize that to come back to Jehovah? Oh my God, read the Bible. That's all it is. You don't need a watchtower society to worship God. You know, there's scriptures I could bring up one after another about the only way of life is worshiping Jesus. And I know you'll think that, you Jehovah's Witnesses think that, oh no, Jesus sacrificed himself for only Jehovah's Witnesses. You are a freaking freak. Read the Bible. Nowhere does the Bible say that Jesus only sacrificed to Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses, oh my God. If you know, Mom, if you listen to this, do this for me. Do it privately, or from any Jehovah's Witnesses. Do it away from Matt. Don't do it when you're driving a bus. Google Australian Royal Commission. You will see the abundance of the lying. Oh, one of your governing body, when he actually admits he lies under oath to a judge about the Royal Commission. Oh my God. And you know what? Please. This is for the Hernandez family and the Cornwell family. My mom's side and my dad's side. I am not, about my Uncle Sam, I'm not trying to be a despiteful bitch and saying, oh, well, you know what? I know that Uncle Sam's really not a sex offender. I know that my Uncle Sam never had sex with his 2 children, Spencer and Sterling. Oh, he never had sex and molested his wife, Sheila. Oh yeah, Sam never admitted himself to a mental institution. Ask Sam. Ask the elders in the Mesa congregation. Maybe there's some elders that have been there for a long, long time that knows behind the story. I know they'll never admit it, but the truth is truth. I am not being an evil person just to be a despiteful bitch about my Uncle Sam and the Royal Commission and the sexual abuse about the Jehovah's Witness elders. Oh my God. Just recently on the news, on CNN News from Cottonwood, a Jehovah's Witness elder who was sexually molesting. He admitted on the news, yes, he's been sexually molested as young as an 8-year-old child. It's disgusting. All I want more than anything is, I know my birthday's coming tomorrow. If I could have just one birthday wish more than anything else in the world is, my mom walk away. Walk away. And when the elders go to her after and they say, Sister Hallquist, we haven't been at meetings lately. We haven't seen at the meetings lately. Are you all right? Yes, I'm perfectly fine. We need to talk to you. Nope, I have nothing to say to you. I know my mom's not going to be a lesbian. She's not going to do anything wrong. She's not going to watch R-rated movies. She's not going to watch porn. She's not going to be a cigarette smoker. Just walk away. Walk away. Don't worry about what your Aunt Claire says, or your sister Claire says, or your sister Kathy says. Just walk away. God, if you came and talked to me privately and text me and said, Vic, I have some doubt about Jehovah's organization, but I don't want the social media to know about it. I'll tell you, but I swear to you, I'll put my hand, you can kill me, get a gun and shoot me in my heart, in my head. If I swear to you, I will not put it on social media, so they won't know. I swear to you. I would have loved more than anything you just come, walk away, come to my church, meet my Reverend Patrick. It will just be so great and wonderful. So I'm going to go back briefly again, and I'm going to let this video end, I wasn't bitter and mad, but now I'm more hurt. Because I really, truly don't know what's really going on behind Melanie and my brother. Like I say, my brother, Benjamin, you're a liar. My mom, she said the same thing in the past. Vic, you think that these Jehovah's Witnesses are these horrible, evil people? Mom, they are evil. They are. Good Lord. They want you to ignore the past. You know, I know you hate me talking about this, but I'm gonna mention it. Failed prophecies. Mom, and I'm gonna bring this to my dad too, Victor Sr. I know this, and you know this. You are so convinced pre-1975 that Armageddon is coming by October of 1975. Stay alive until 75. And I know that if you even had just a slight doubt about 1975, those elders would fry your butt. So don't tell me that's just some thought that Armageddon was coming. All of you Jehovah's Witnesses thought Armageddon was going to come in 1975. It's the same thing as 1925. Judge Rutherford swore by Jehovah himself, or God himself, that Isaiah, Noah, Moses, all these antique people are going to be resurrected on 1925, and Armageddon is going to come. There's scientific, there's so many things, and I know you're thinking I'm going to apostate. There's things coming from the Watchtower and the Wake magazines itself. That's not apostate. So all I gotta say is, Mom, just take a deep breath. Stop with the, Vic, I understand you love Jesus, but I love Jehovah's organization. I know you said this. Wake up. And I'm going to tell you this again. Even if you have just a little tinky doubt about Jehovah's organization or more, and you're willing to talk to me, text me through Facebook, private message me. I promise you I will not go on Facebook and say, oh my God, my mom, she's questioning Jehovah's organization. Oh, those elders are going to fry her ass. I'll keep it hush, shh, and then we can help you. I know you're not going to think I'm the last person on this earth to help you. I could get people. My reverend, he's been an educated reverend for 41 years. He went to seminary school. Oh my God, he could help you so much. And you know, I always do this. If you're listening to this, just do this. Do it when Matt's not there. Don't do it when you're driving a bus. Don't do it at Kingdom Hall. Don't do it anywhere near Jehovah's Witnesses. When you're all by yourself and you're quiet and you're peaceful, maybe in your RV, pray to Jesus. Just say, Jesus, I need direction. I need help. I don't know. I'm confused with my brother. I know he's gay and the Bible says this, the Bible says that. You know, just go to him. Give me strength. Give me Holy Spirit, whatever you wanted to call it. So I'm going to let this video go. It's almost been 40 minutes. And of course, I'm doing this in my car because my other significant other, he's watching TV. So all I want to say is this is, I need to find out what's going on with my brother Benjamin. And I want to know what's going on with Melanie. I want to know, did Kyle, her boyfriend, say something about this? And Benjamin? I'm telling this right now. The elders are going to find out. I can't discuss what my plans is, but I do have a plan. And I'm telling you this right now, Beaner. If you're still an active Jehovah's Witness, the one on 28th Street and Thomas, Ben, I already been to your Kingdom Hall more than once. I know what congregation you go to. And that sister in the congregation, when I went to that memorial service, I figured out that too. That lady, she was Courtney's sister. I don't know if it's her sister-in-law or her sister. I know who she was. I'm way ahead of you, Beaner. I know you're thinking in the past how stupid I used to be. I'm like an educated man now. So all I gotta say is this. Just do something. And Mel, I'm gonna find out about you, Mel, sooner or later. I'm telling this right now. You know, Ben, if you're disfellowshipped, then then at least that I'll know that, whatever. But something's definitely going on because we can't find you on Facebook. So my personal opinion, Ben did something wrong, and those elders told him, get off social media. Don't know. So this is my video, and I know I might sound like I was venting, and yeah, I kind of was, but I'm just confused. Because I know you think that I'm lost. I know you're Jehovah's Witnesses or Jehovah's organization. You think that, oh, they think their lot in life is someone who walks away or leaves Jehovah's Witnesses, that your life's going to go out of control. Oh, but there's 6 scriptures that clearly states that you'll inherit God's kingdom. Well, run to read the real Bible, because the scriptures in Genesis about Sodom and Gomorrah. Wow, I knew you like to use that one. Well, that's about rape. I'm not a sex offender, not a rapist, and I'm definitely, my significant other, he's definitely not 18 like you, Michael Pebble. Wow. I'm not trying to talk bad about you, but wow. Nan, your mom, or my aunt passes away, and less than 6 months later, Michael, you married an 18-year-old child. How old were you? What, 36, 37? You're not much younger than me. I'm 40, and tomorrow, you've got to be at least 38, 39. Remember, Michael, when your cousin Benjamin got married and married an 18-year-old, remember, you counseled him and said, Ben, I think you're too young to get married, and wait some time. Ben didn't listen. What do you think you did? You did the exact same thing. You married an 18-year-old child. Can you call yourself a hypocrite? So my ending all this is this. I really don't miss Claire. Don't miss Stephanie. Fortunately, I don't miss Kathy. Don't miss Laura. Don't miss Stephanie. Don't miss Big Howie, Little Howie. They've shunned me for so many years. It's like 13 years, and they only spoke to me once. That was in Granny's funeral. You lose that missingness. But of course, I will say this. I truly am going to be honest. Yes, I miss my mom more than anything. I do. Yeah, I do miss Beaner too, my little brother. Beaner. I think of all the good things we did, because Ben knows we were very close growing up, and it just all fell apart for one reason, because I left Jehovah's organization. It's like I saw a story on YouTube recently, a guy who had a judicial committee, and after the judicial committee, they said, unfortunately, we made the decision, we're disfellowshipping you. And remember, they have a 5-day grace period for appeal, and he had the appeal. And when they had the appeal, which is it's YouTubed and videoed, and the one thing he did not agree is, he goes, I don't care if I'm being disfellowshipped, I don't care even if I disassociate myself, is what bothers me more than anything is that because my mom and dad are Jehovah's Witnesses, they have to shun me. If my mom and dad was willing to have a normal relation with me, then praise the Lord, hallelujah. But they knew that they couldn't do both. And that bothers me. You know, why can't you think of the good side of me? I know, my mom, you're thinking, Fig, I was happy with you. Then you're happy, then be who you are. Why could you have to hide? My point of this is this. If you're a truly and very good, strong, active Jehovah's Witness, you are deathly afraid of having anything to do with anyone, including your own children, if you're disfellowship or disassociated. And for some reason, my mom was not afraid. So so the answer to that is, my mom doesn't truly believe in Jehovah's organization. I know she's shaking her head saying yes, but that long text was back in 2015. I told her, you're not like your sister Kathy or sister Claire. My point is this: if my mom really truly loved Jehovah's organization, and I really wanted to follow Jehovah's organization to the T, she would disown me like Nan disowned Melanie. Like Michael disowning her sister Melanie. My mom didn't do that. So the only other thing, which I'm going to find out now, is the elders told her, Sister Hallquist, we're going to allow you to have association with me, with your disassociated son. But of course, I'm sure that's not the answer. Any which way, it's been 45 minutes. So I just want to say this. I hope my mom listens to this, and like I say, I tried to hold myself out. I was about to cry in a minute, but I'm not going to do it. But like I say, I really miss my mom. That I don't think that won't go away for a very long time. And yes, I miss Beaner. Of course, I don't really miss my dad very much because I've not really been close to him, and he burned me for the last time. So I'm gonna let go and love you. And I'm wearing a hat behind my back. So if you want to say it, happy birthday for me. I'm gonna be 40. I have to work tomorrow. Yuck. But I'll be done by 2 o'clock. And I'll talk to you later. So, bye, Mom, and bye, Beaner. And Mel, if you listen to this, bye, Mel. And Mel, what are you thinking? What are you thinking about Benjamin? Toodles. Bye.